teal color to it. Fancy chips. Dusty. The stock CR2032. Probably needs a new one by now. Here's the chip I'm gonna install. It's got like 20 fucking solder points, so it'll take a little bit. Hopefully it won't be too difficult. Probably not the easiest. See how it goes. Here's the ps2 fat with the modbo 5.0D. Lots of micro soldering. Finger. Just gotta test it out. Put it all back together. Finally repaired the ps2. It was never actually just broken. I accidentally broke it while I was working on it because this thing is so fragile. No one will tell you that, so it's probably the most important information you need to know about this thing if you're planning to open it up, so you can thank me later. This is the most fragile console I've ever touched. A bit too rough on these. Snap. Whole console's fucked. Unless you're like really good at soldering. Like the whole console will just be completely fucked, unusable. See, that's what's happened with this one. This one. Just opened it like normal and both the latch just snapped off. All the connections for the latch broke off. And PS2 had no port working anymore. Here's the old one. I don't know if that's in the focus. This is, it didn't look like this. I just ripped it off kind of aggressively. So it's, but yeah, that's proof I actually replaced it. Here's I got two, just in case I fucked up one. But, I was lucky. Got I think almost the most micro soldering points you can do. Like it's equivalent to this big chip over here. The legs on that thing are like 0.1 of a millimeter away from each other, so it's extremely easy to bridge them. You just need like barely any solder. Lots of flux. Lots of flux is key in this situation. Keeps the bridging away. You just got enough DigiKey if you need the parts. Comment, donate $1,000, so it might let you know what it is. Just kidding. But yeah, you should at least comment, subscribe, and then I'll give it to you, the information. Yeah. This is fully fixed. Now it will play any region, any game, any DVD, and RGB. Controller port works. It's actually a nicer controller port because it's got gold pins on it. Yeah, the old one's just tin or whatever it's made out of. The basic metal. So it's technically got better conductivity slightly on the connection here. I got a whole new ribbon cable. It's a it's 36 pin 0.05 pitch or something. Pretty sure. I have another one too. It's a different brand, but this one's a bit less bendable, so I'm just using this GCT one. The GCT is cheaper than this Molex, so yeah, it's 36 position, 0.5 millimeter. I need like 3 or 4 inch long. And I guess I'll show you the part number for the, yeah, this is the part number. Oh no, wait, I just showed you it. Yeah, it's the exact same specs, it's just, this is the cable part number. Cable, 36 position, 0.5 millimeter, 4 inch. 4 inches actually longer than the stock one. Oh, the stock one's only 3. But whatever, it doesn't really matter. Here's the connector. High-Rose Electrical, never heard of that. It's a good part though, works good. And another remote. I think it's $5 each, $5 Canadian. And I got a spare. If I ever break another one somehow, probably won't though, because now I know it's just fragile as fuck. And, yes, Some people try to sell you these cables on eBay for like same basic price, I guess, but the only listing I saw was in fucking Italy, so probably don't want to wait that fucking long just for a tiny little cable. Here's the stock one. For some reason they all have this fucking like they're bent. It's so weird. I don't know what's going on there. Tried repairing it, put too much tape on it, made it too thick. I tried actually using this one and this plug, but as I put the tape and some stuff on it and made it too thick, and it almost broke this one off, but luckily the plastic on it is strong because it's new, so it didn't snap. It just like popped the bail out. I just popped it back in. Still was all intact. Yeah, this isn't going anywhere. The broken one, I had the bail on it for a bit, and then I just ripped it off and thought I could maybe like tape it back together, but no, it didn't do shit. It was completely fucked. I just had to desolder and solder a new one on. But gonna hopefully close this up for good, and hopefully won't have to open it up again in a long time. But it's an important lesson for everyone. Watch these little connectors like this one. The other ones are just slip-ins. You don't have to actually unlock a bail, which are like only rated for 20 openings or something. It's ridiculous. Here's another view of the mod. See if I can put some more light on it. Camera phone the flashlight. It's the points on this thing are not even as small as the points on the connector there. I thought this was hard to do this, but this is just more of like a super delicate sort of proper techniques. I guess you need proper technique and everything's delicate with this. More so with this, because like you need to really know what you're doing to put this on. I wouldn't attempt to do that if you don't really have good experience in soldering. Even this chip, like this was even difficult for me, and I've been soldering for like 5 years or something, so yeah, it's pretty tough. Definitely the most difficult mod I've ever installed, especially since I had to do this. This was it's got like over 20 soldering points, and a lot of, like, most of them are just so fucking small and micro. Apparently you can also use this point as a ground here, but I moved it over here because it looks a bit better since what some of the other people are doing. It probably doesn't really make a difference, but yeah, it just looks like a more solid ground point, so keeps it also like sort of separate from all the other things, kind of. Probably doesn't matter though, it's probably just the exact same thing. A ground's a ground, it's all connected, it's all the same point. But yeah, this is the GH017. I think I mentioned that, but just in case. I just followed the guide for the 019. This is a 39,001 model. I did also just sort of take apart the drive, clean it up, grease the rails and stuff, and it's opening and closing really nice. Clean the laser. It was sort of sluggish on the opening and closing, but now it's good because I cleaned all the rails, the guide rails and stuff. I didn't even touch the band. Probably should at least looked at it, but whatever, it's working, so probably okay. I think it's being opened by the shop. I bought it off the store, but they didn't really. I think all they did was clean off the fan somewhat, just so it looks presentable, because everything else, like deeper inside of it, was covered in dust, so they definitely didn't like fully open it up and get it down to this point or anything, clean it proper, which I did obviously, because I do that to every console I open up. Especially if it's going to be my actual console like this one. This is my personal one. I don't really mod ps2s to sell them, but I could, obviously. But I just have I have two spare ps2s in case one breaks or whatever, just like a collection sort of thing. But yeah, it's as good as new, basically. Nothing is broken. The plastic on these, like, this gets old and brittle, falls apart. Oh yeah. Anyways, gonna put this back together as careful as possible, and hopefully it's a solid working PS2 at that point.